Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dumb People versus Movies
Hello.
episode.
36?
I don't know.
35.
Episode 35. Actually, Blake, can you introduce everyone? I have to do something for a second.
Yeah. Okay, my name's Blake.
I'm Wiley.
Richie.
And the irresponsible host you guys just heard was Danny. So
He, quote, has to do something.
yeah, we all know what he's doing. Today we are going to be reviewing The Shape of Water, directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Yes. Surprisingly adequate. Or good.
No spoilers, Wiley.
I didn't. That's not a spoiler. Generally appreciate it.
I can never understand how to pronounce his first name though.
Guillermo.
Guillermo?
Because I've heard Guillermo, I've heard Guillermo.
Okay, it's not Guillermo.
It could be. You never know.
That's like some white person that thinks
It's hard.
Guillermo.
It's hard for white people to pronounce his name.
But anyway, The Shape of Water. That's what we're reviewing this week. We'll get into Oscar season. And it's the best time of the year.
Wow.
Yeah, think about this. I saw The Shape of... Okay, no. Well, I saw Greatest Showman. That was garbage on Thursday. And then... but then I went back to back with...
Shape of Water, and then...
The Shape of Water, and then Call Me By Your Name.
Oh, yeah.
And in the next 2 days, I'll probably see Phantom Thread, which is a crazy good lineup.
Yeah.
And this is the only time of year where you get that kind of.
We were gonna see a Phantom Thread, but it was sold out, so we changed plans.
Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, it is crazy. That sold out.
And we were there like 30 minutes early, too.
No, that was for a different movie. That was for The Post.
Oh, yeah.
No, we showed up to the movie like a minute late, so.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that, yeah. Well, but no, remember even when we were getting tickets for The Shape of Water, because Richie got stuck behind some, like, gigantic family, he said he saw it go to, like, almost sold out, like the orange.
Oh yeah, that was really annoying. It was movie passers. God dang.
Yeah.
Richie, we're movie passers.
Yeah, the worst.
Have you got your card yet?
No.
Oh my gosh. I would make sure they're not charging you, because Danny didn't get his, but they charged him.
Yeah, they were charging me. And I keep sending them emails.
Yeah, I need to call their number.
They don't have they have a number?
Yeah, they do, apparently. I had to search for it.
Oh my god, I can't find the number, and I keep emailing them, they ignore me.
So you just gotta cancel your debit card.
What? No.
Yeah,
You need to tell the bank to charge it back.
Yeah.
Or just say don't authorize.
Okay, but why are we talking about this? This is kind of boring. But anyway.
Anyways.
We'll go to Blake News.
The Shape of Water.
I actually don't have anything, so.
The Shape of Water.
You don't have anything?
Well, I mean, I wasn't really prepared for that.
What? We do it every week, or
we can discuss the SAG Awards.
What happened? I don't know what happened.
Well, it's just like Three Billboards is winning a lot. Three Billboards and Shape of Water are winning a ton of things.
Three Billboards doesn't deserve anything.
Three Billboards is great.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's great.
It's not great.
Yeah, this next week we'll talk about our Oscar predictions.
Probably.
Well, we should probably wait until Oscars. That's March.
No, the Oscars is February.
No, it's March 4th. I looked it up.
Is it this year?
Yeah. Well, the nominations come out tomorrow.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
We get all the Oscar movies here. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, I have a list of the movies I thought were going to get nominated.
Have the nominations released already? That released
No, it's
today?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
That's why I just said that. All right, my guesses were The Shape of Water, The Big Sick, Call Me by Your Name, Phantom Thread, Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, Lady Bird, Dunkirk, Get Out, The Disaster Artist, and I, Tonya.
For Best Picture?
Yeah, Best Picture. The max you can have is 10. I don't know if all 10 will get it, but
You don't think Logan's going to get nominated?
no way. Not over
I don't
those.
know.
No.
What about Blade Runner?
No, sadly.
No, he'll get nominated.
I would almost guarantee he's not going to. It has like no Oscar buzz.
Yeah, it doesn't have that Oscar bait vibe.
Yeah, it's too sci-fi.
There's not
It's
there's
not like-
not enough character actors.
There's not enough period piece, you know?
Yeah.
What
Not a period piece.
What were there any period pieces in the ones I just named?
What'd you just
No.
name? Phantom Thread's a period piece, kind of.
It's 50s. So
Yeah, that's a period. I mean, look
Yeah,
look
that
at what
is.
they're wearing.
yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, it'll be a fun award season. The only one I haven't seen out of those is Phantom Thread and I, Tonya. So I challenge everyone on this podcast to watch all of those, but by March 4th.
We'll see once the nominations come out. Which of
mean-
those actually make it?
It's gonna be all those, or some of those.
Wait, Wiley, I can't
Pulp
hear
Fiction.
you.
He left.
Yeah, he got a call, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, how do I leave? But okay. So another news: Oscars get announced tomorrow. It's a big deal. Other than that, you just want to go right to the movie?
Yeah, we can just go right to the movie. I'm ready.
Okay. The Shape of Water starts now. If I put in a trailer. And we're maybe back from the trailer if I put it in. And The Shape of Water, Guillermo del Toro. Is this his first movie since Pacific Rim? I'm not sure.
Is he doing the new Pacific Rim?
No, he did the first one. Let me name off some of. Well, his best movie is probably Pan's Labyrinth. But yeah, he did Pacific Rim.
Hellboy.
Yeah. Oh no, he did Crimson Peak. That was his last movie before this.
He directed Kung Fu Panda? Oh, that's a producer. Okay.
Wow.
Thank God. I was about to say,
What do you mean? Thank God. Kung Fu
Bad
Panda is
movie.
amazing.
it's a bad movie.
Kung
What?
Fu Panda.
3.
Oh no, even that one's good though. Yeah, he did the Hellboy movies and he did Blade too. So he's a pretty good director.
Oh, he's hit and miss.
So,
Wait. Oh, yeah,
we-
Danny, we can't hear you, Danny. We'll just fill time, Wiley. So, Wiley, what did you think about The Shape of Water?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we
are
can hear you now.
Are we starting with The Shape of Water?
Yeah, we already did. We
Alright,
just
cool.
started.
I went into it thinking it was going to be like a love story, and not that like I don't like those movies, but a lot of the times they just don't strike notes with me. But this one really did, and I really enjoyed it. And from like not action, but just like hardcore brutalness was like interesting to see, and like a love story between a human and a monster, but it's like so captivating and captivating and believable was like really fresh to see.
Wow, you literally said fresh to see. See, like water.
Fresh to see.
If you would have said salt to see, it would have made more sense.
Why would I say that?
I don't know.
What?
Okay, so you liked it.
I did,
Surprise.
yes, I did. I liked it a lot.
That's surprising. What about you, Richie?
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. I just thought it was really different from like any other
Yeah.
movie, which is what you want to see in a movie nowadays, especially with like everything else. For a movie to separate itself like that is pretty rare.
Yeah, and the like not just how well they did the 50s vibe was fantastic.
Yeah, and they flipped a lot of normal things. Like usually the American is the good guy, and the Russian or the Nazi is the bad guy.
Yeah.
But flipping that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
Blake, what about you?
I think it was also pretty good. I do agree that it did new things, but I also don't know how new it feels because it's just another. I mean, it's kind of just another romance story. It's just with a monster instead of. It's kind of like
wow.
Beauty. It's. I mean, like
I
you
disagree.
can like just go like Beauty and the Beast. That's a romance between a monster and a human too.
Yeah, but that's way different than this movie. No.
I think this movie does it better than that, but maybe not the
I
Disney
don't know.
classic. But
I don't know. It doesn't feel that's. Well, just to say my point real quick, the reason why I liked it so much was because I didn't feel like it was a regular romance. Like it felt unique.
It did. Yeah, I agree.
Maybe just because the fish actually looks real and it's real life and not an animated movie like Beauty and the Beast.
well, he looks like the fish guy from Hellboy.
A little bit. It's the same actor. That's why. Doug Jones.
That's weird.
Yeah. But I think he looks better than the fish guy. Maybe just visual effects
Oh,
are better since back then when Hellboy was made. But I don't know. It just feels unique to me, and we don't have to get into spoilers, but I think the movie really picks up in the second half of it, and that's what I wasn't expecting.
I agree.
That's why I liked it so much.
I agree with Wiley that it was also brutal because it's
Oh my
definitely
God.
it definitely earns its R rating.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, and there were children. Children that like 2 7 or 8 year old girls, their parents brought them into the movie. And the whole time, every time when I was trying to like enjoy it, every time something would happen and I'd be like, "Oh my god, I would never take my kid to see this." Like that's all I was thinking.
It's not that bad.
Oh, okay, for a second.
No, it is.
I don't know.
It kind of
There's
is.
full female nudity.
Okay, yeah,
What?
there's that.
And
But-
Michael Shannon too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot about that.
Intercourse. So I mean, would you take your kid to see that?
No, I wouldn't. But like, I don't think the whole movie is bad. There's just like certain scenes, and
Well,
it
yeah.
doesn't last very long. But that's aside. I mean, it's a rated R movie. You shouldn't take your kid to 7-year-old to it anyway.
Just true.
But
Want to hop into spoilers?
do you want to? I just want to say, I like this movie a lot because the stakes actually feel real, and it's hard to
Yes.
do that in a movie where, like in a normal romance movie, you feel like you can predict the ending or guess the ending.
Or not even that, but like a normal romance movie, it's just like 2 people and it'll be so bad if you guys aren't together. Like really, like the world's gonna
Yeah. White people. No, I'm
go.
kidding.
Like, you're just 2 people.
No, it's like the conflict in most romance movies is between the characters, right? It's like, oh, we
Yeah.
can't be together, and then at the end we're together. But in this movie, it's literally watching them grow in love throughout the whole movie, and there's
Yeah.
not the conflict is not between them. It's between the Michael Shannon's character and them. So, and that's the difference between romance.
I agree.
Blake, are you saying something? Because I don't think we can hear you.
No, I'm not saying anything.
Okay. Alright. Anyone else have anything to say before we go to spoilers?
Mm-mm.
I could kind of guess the ending of what was kind of going to happen.
Yeah, I would say that, but I mean,
I
guess we
don't-
can talk about it in spoilers, but yeah, you can guess the very end.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if you wanted the
But,
happy ending.
Like,
But the way they
Timothy's
get there,
end, I could have never seen that coming.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, but like 5 or 10 minutes before the end, I could have never seen that coming.
Yeah, and the stakes still feel real.
Yeah.
Like when you're watching it, you get nervous watching it. You know what I mean? And for a romance movie, like that never happens.
Well, I think that's the main reason is because Michael Shannon's such a great villain.
He is. He's terrifying. Like, what was the movie we watched? Nocturnal Animals last year. He was kind of the good guy, but he's still like scary, you know. This one, he's just gone all full out bad, and it was fun. It was fun to watch him. And honestly, I was avoiding all the trailers before this movie, so I didn't even know if Michael Shannon was in the movie until it started.
You didn't know he was in the movie? You haven't seen one trailer?
No, I didn't watch any of them.
Oh, wow. Nice.
That's good because they show the ending. No, they show like a big plot point in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
Which one? I think I only saw like the first one. So.
Okay, I guess we're in spoilers. They show that
No, we're not.
Wait.
Okay.
Oh my god. But it's okay. I guess we can just go. Unless Richie, you have anything non-spoiler you also saw?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we can go to spoilers now.
Well, then, anyways, the trailer showed like how they had to get him out of the facility.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't think I watched the trailer, so I don't remember. I didn't know any of that stuff. I try not to watch trailers for the Oscar movies.
Yeah. Yeah, and I wish I wouldn't have done that, so I could have been more surprised to see what the fish monster looks like.
You can kind of see what it looks like in the posters.
I've seen the posters, and since we're in spoilers, I think one of the posters is the final shot of the movie, which is gorgeous. And we didn't talk about how the movie looks in non-spoilers, but I think it looks really well.
Yeah.
And the fish guy or whatever, his since it's mostly probably practical effects.
Yeah, definitely.
He looks really good.
Well, we kind of touched on the visuals in like when we talked about the period theme, but yeah. Definitely.
And it has kind of like a weird filter on the movie, which I like. It's kind of like a bluish filter, you know, because of water or whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
I like that.
I mean, it almost feels like a noir movie at some points too.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I agree. Like when she's on the bus and when
Yeah, I can see that.
The lead actress is really good in the movie too.
Wow, we should have talked about
it. We should have talked about that in non-spoilers too.
You should have brought that up. I forgot about it.
No, it's just she emotes so much for someone that can't talk until for the entire movie. How did we not
talk about that? She was the main character.
I know.
But yeah, she's really. What's her name? Sally Hawkins, I think. She's incredible. I think I can't think of a female performance I like more or less of 2017. I can't think of one. If anyone else has any others, but I guess we'll talk about that when the nominations come out because she's gonna get nominated, and I wouldn't be surprised if she wins.
Besides who?
I said I wouldn't be surprised if she wins.
Frances McDormand in 3 Billboards is pretty good too.
Also true. Her, and then I think the other one is Lady Bird.
People are also saying Margot Robbie for I, Tonya.
Yeah, I haven't seen I, Tonya.
Yeah, me either.
But of the ones I've seen, like I like Frances McDormand's character a lot. I think she's really good, but she has like one emotion for most of the movie, anger, you know. But Sally Hawkins she doesn't get to use her words, and she still has to emote. And
female Tom Hardy.
You know what I mean? True. Plus, like, she makes you believe that she's in love with the fish character.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how hard that would have been acting, like, and standing in front of this weird dude with practical effects on, and you have to make it believable.
Yeah.
And then you can't even use your words to say it, too. You have to emote it. That must have been really hard.
Definitely.
I would just, like, started laughing every time.
Like, look at this dude.
Yeah, she's really good. I feel bad not talking about it earlier. But,
well, at least we got to it in this.
Yeah.
In this segment.
I think that where the movie could have gone wrong, I don't think it did, but where it could have gone just horribly wrong was in the Russian subplot throughout the entire movie. It could have just completely veered off from the course from what the film was trying to do, but instead
it didn't.
It did it really well, and that's where most of the tension comes from in the movie.
I agree. Because they didn't really like focus on that in the forefront, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think really helped.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No, Danny.
They didn't spend too much time on it.
Yeah.
Which was good. And that guy, what's it? The guy, the actor to play the Russian spy.
The doctor.
What is his name? I've seen him in other stuff too.
Michael Stuhlbarg. That's his name. He's in Call Me by Your Name too. So I watched him basically back-to-back days, and yeah, he's good in this movie playing the Russian spy. But just side note, if you watch Call Me by Your Name, he is really good in it, and I mean that's all I'll say. I don't want to say anything else. But
another side note on Call Me by Your Name: did you think that the kid was too young, or he looked too young?
Wait, did you watch it?
No, I just heard that that's something that put some people off. Was he looked really young?
No, he's 17 in the movie.
Yeah, but they say he looks like 15 dang Army Hammer.
I don't know. He looks 17 to me. I don't think that was a big problem to me.
I mean, in real life, he's like 23, but
yeah, they probably filmed a couple years ago, and then I don't know. He looks young. He does look young, but I think that's part of the movie. He's supposed to look on the younger side. Mm. But that was a huge side note. Apparently, that guy was in Arrival too. I don't remember him in Arrival.
I don't remember him in Arrival either.
But can we go over the plot really quick? Or does someone want to try to describe the movie in like a paragraph? Richie, you haven't said much. Try to describe the movie.
One paragraph. Wait, she's mute, right?
Yeah, she's mute.
What?
A mute. Wait, hold on. A mute social outcast falls in love with a amphibious monster while working at a government facility.
That's a good description.
And
doesn't spoil anything.
And mounts a passion-fueled rescue operation.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, now you spoiled it. No.
That's in the trailer.
I spoiled in the trailer too.
I like how the heist doesn't last too long, because if it would have lasted any longer, it would have felt like it was impossible. But that wasn't really the point of the movie, so they didn't spend too much time on it. But yeah, the heist to get him out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably the least believable part. So that's good.
Yeah,
well, I mean, every time she goes in there, it's kind of unbelievable because really, no one's watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of the point of it. It's like, this woman couldn't really do anything, so I mean, they didn't really care if she went in, or at night, I guess. All those, because they make a strong point where like all the janitors are basically women. At night, the night cleaning or whatever. And none of the like male agents take them seriously.
Well, yeah,
I do like that. What were you saying?
No, you got it.
I said I do like how the movie is pretty dark in some spots, but it's also a really charming movie, and it's really funny in some points too, like really funny.
Yeah, like her neighbor.
Yeah, her neighbor's great.
Yeah, he was probably one of my favorite characters.
I love whenever.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about him either. He's great in it. I think he's good.
I love whenever the monster ate the cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, true.
And he's like, it's not his fault.
He's like, you were the lucky one.
Yeah.
Whenever
Yeah,
he's
you're the
the
lucky
cat.
ones.
I like how they don't really try to explain his powers, but we know he has like healing ability.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you guys think, but I think over time she probably learns how to talk if they would have stayed on land or something. Because there's that one like dream sequence or whatever where she's like talking, but she's like making noise before that or something.
But she's singing, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, when she was singing in a dream. But it felt like he might have been able to get her to talk again. Or
And that could have been like, you know how like the first time when he sees her scars and he tries to like touch him and she's like backs away. Yeah.
So do you guys think that she's like a different species of something?
No.
Because how else would he be able to grow gills on her?
Because he's a god.
Remember, he heals that guy's baldness.
Okay.
So
He does heal the baldness, but that's like healing baldness and making something that wasn't there before is completely different.
But he's
I think that's the fantasy part of the movie. It's like he can heal people. And remember, they say the reason why she's mute in the first place was because her parents like cut her vocal cords and they made it look like gills. And so I guess that the monster just turned them into gills in the first place. I mean, that's how I saw it. Like, I
do really like the fantasy aspect of the movie.
Yeah, I think the whole movie, it is realistic. It's like it's a hard way to describe, but it's like there's realism, but there's just a whole cloud of like fantasy over the whole movie. Like, you kind of know everything you're seeing is not real. It is fantasy, but the stakes feel real, and like every time you see Michael Shannon, he feels real. Mm-hmm. But it's also like very fantasy at the same time.
It's also weird to watch a monster movie that doesn't world build and try and set up a franchise.
Oh,
yeah,
that's true.
No, they're going to. It's gonna be like Alien. Next one's gonna be called The Shape of Waters or something.
The Shape of Waters.
2, Megadeth.
No, it's gonna be like The Shape of Rock, and this rock guy goes into water, and there's like a bunch of water.
The Shape of Magma.
How water and magma came together to make rock.
I think that one of the reasons why it feels real is because, I mean, you always hear about government conspiracies and stuff, so it just tapped into that. And you always hear about back in the Cold War too, about how the Russians and Americans were fighting and stuff like that. We're doing all this stuff. So you can kind of believe it if you were a conspiracy theorist and stuff like that.
I think that's a good point. Like, because the backdrop is the Cold War era, and so the tension between like
Russia and America.
Yeah, between Russia and America. But so the whole plot of like the Americans not really caring about learning as long as the Russians don't learn. I think that was a huge aspect of the Cold War. Like, you know, like, yeah, I mean, it happened in World War II, but like, people, like, America and Russia both stealing, like, Jewish scientists to their country just so the other country wouldn't have them and stuff.
Yeah.
And, I mean, because that, I guess in this movie, that Russian scientist wasn't a Jewish person. He was just Russian. But okay.
Yeah. Well, he was Russian, but he was also, I mean, he kind of betrayed his country too. Well, no, he betrayed. Well, I mean, he was never for
Russia.
America, but he betrayed Russia too because he wanted this ridiculous, unbelievable thing to survive instead of be killed and dissected for science. Whenever he felt like just studying it could be better than dissecting it.
And I think that character is important because we, just from being taught and growing up in America, it's like all the Russians are bad in the Cold War, but like the Americans are also bad in this movie. And he's kind of like, yeah, he's a Russian scientist, but he cares more about the scientist part than the Russian part.
Yeah.
And he's mainly just trying to learn. And I think the stakes are added when, because he actually dies at the end, kind of like just not like a special death. He just gets shot.
It's a horrible death.
Oh yeah, it is a bad death.
He gets like fingers stuck through him like a fish hook and pulled along. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I remember. No,
that was hard to watch.
Yeah, that's when the stakes really hit me. I was like, they might actually kill this fish person at the end, or something like that. Like, I didn't think it was gonna happen, but I thought it was a possibility. And like, you never think in Beauty and the Beast that the beast is gonna die.
And Michael Shannon has some great monologues. Like whenever he's talking to what's the cleaning girl's friend? What's her name in the movie?
I don't remember her name.
Let me check really quick. But that's Octavia Spencer.
Octavia Spencer.
She might get nominated too.
Whenever he's monologuing to her about Samson, because her name's Delilah. That's her name. Zelda Delilah.
No, that's the middle name, I thought.
Yeah, her first name is Zelda.
Zelda's her first name. I should have remembered that. But whenever he's monologuing about Samson, and then he just tears his fingers off.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god! Michael Shannon.
Oh man!
Star in this movie, it's ridiculous.
I wonder if he's gonna get nominated for supporting or anything. Who knows?
Bro, I mean, it'd be kind of a shame if he didn't, because he did amazing in this movie. So
why can't Marvel have a villain like this?
True.
No, but here's a fun question I just saw on Letterboxd. What is the fish's name they list as?
God.
No.
I don't.
They call him this in the movie.
Oh.
They call the fish guy a name?
It's not really a name, but what they have him listed as.
Oh!
Amphibian?
No.
No, I do know what you're talking about, because the bad guy calls him it.
I'll give you a clue. All the bad agents call him this over and over again. Especially Michael Shannon.
As soon as you say it,
I can't remember. Your mic went dead. The suspense is killing me. You gotta hurry up, Danny.
True.
Of course, my mic stopped working right when I said it. But the answer was the asset.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is funny. They don't give him a name.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole movie. I didn't even think about that. Right? Because, like, what do they say? Like,
if it was military, he would have had a code name.
Yeah, the asset.
That's not
okay.
Code. What?
Code 3247. No, okay.
Like Operation Frog or something like that.
Frog.
Code ASET.
But I think what was I gonna say? Like, classic office lesson, but like when they bring in the goat and then everyone was it a duck? No, they bring in the duck and then everyone named the duck and like so they didn't want to kill it. Like naming an animal gives you automatically more attachment to it. So the fact they don't even give a name to the fish and you still like are attached to him is kind of impressive. Even in a movie.
I agree.
Yeah, and there's underlying tones of racism and other things directed toward the asset because he's basically like Michael Shannon's character is super prejudiced and racist in this movie.
Like that just shows how good Michael Shannon is at being a bad guy, but like when he's torturing him with that like electric stick or something.
Yeah. And
like the fish can't do anything about it. First of all, you feel bad for the fish. But like they show the blood coming out of him. It's not just him being shocked.
Yeah.
And,
he's literally being stabbed.
It's like an actual hard scene to watch.
And where the period piece stuff comes in is like with you literally can look at the movie and look at the part of the movie where Michael Shannon's at home and his caddy, and it looks like the Fallout games or just like the classic nuclear family stuff that you see from the 50s. It's just it looks really creepy.
But I think there's something to like I think one of the best themes of the movie is how she relates to the fish. You know, because she says she can't talk, but but the fish doesn't, like, still looks at her as normal, and no human has ever looked at her like that. Mm-hmm. Like, they're kind of in similar situations, even though they're like completely different. And I think it really comes together with how what's Michael Shannon's character's name? Colonel Richard Strickland. Michael Shannon's character, how he treats all the women in this movie compared to how he treats the fish. Like, even how he treats his wife. Like, remember when...
Yeah, I remember.
Just like a jerk to her.
Well,
and it's his wife, too.
He's more than a jerk.
Yeah, he's just a bad person.
And, like, when he gets really rapey with the lead.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, why doesn't he just go have sex with a dead person if he wants them to be quiet?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the path he's on.
Well, that's illegal, though. Not that rape is.
I think that... I don't know when this movie was made, but I wonder if that was, like, Del Toro's way of kind of talking about all the, like, the abuse problems in Hollywood throughout the years. Yeah. You know, it's like a powerful man and then trying to silence women, you know, that because they don't have as much power.
Yeah. That's good.
I don't know when this movie's made. But I know I thought about that when watching it.
Okay.
But I think just the thing that impresses me the most in the movie is, like, I wasn't expecting to buy the romance as much as I did. I thought it was just going to be silly. And I think it's a very thin line between silly and serious. And he stays on the serious side. And just side note, I just remember this, but, like, the fantasy aspect where it really, like, it's, you believe the fantasy even though it's set in the real world. It's like when she just puts a towel under the door and the water still fills up all the way in the room. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, obviously that can't happen in real life, but it was a good scene.
Have you ever tried?
Maybe.
Why are you serious? No.
As long as the pipe is giving out enough water faster than it's leaking, then it'll go up.
No, a towel cannot hold that much water coming out.
Yeah, it could. If it was pinned against the door?
No.
It wouldn't squeeze through the door. What would happen?
It would soak through the towel.
Yeah, it would soak through the towel, but it would leak through.
No. I don't believe it. Someone try.
It's a great shot, though. So.
Yeah. And how the fish is able... remember earlier in the movie, when the fish runs out, do you remember that? And he's in the movie theater?
Yeah.
How does he get back up to that floor wherever she lives on without anyone seeing him? Or how does he even get down there?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It doesn't matter.
Nitpicks. Anyone else want to say anything about the fantasy aspect? I think, just, sorry, but, like, I can't, if you guys can think of other movies where the fantasy and the realism is combined like this, I can't think of any.
Me either. Or at least as well as it does.
Well, see, the only ones I can think of, and maybe it's just because we're talking about him, but Del Toro, like...
Your mic died. Dan uses this time to cuss up a storm.
Pan's Labyrinth is the one I was thinking of. I think Pan's Labyrinth is a little better than this one, just because of the... Wait, Blake, have you seen Pan's Labyrinth?
No, I haven't. They took it off of Amazon Prime and, like, they had it on there for a month, and so I added it to my watch list, and then they took it off the month later, so I never watched it.
I have it, so...
That's true, you do.
Pan's Labyrinth is what this reminds me of, and obviously the same director. And Hellboy a little bit, too.
Yeah, Hellboy. That's what I was saying. It's a Hellboy.
But I can't think of anything else. Maybe just unique to him.
I mean, his movies they kind of look the same.
Yeah.
In style, because I mean, like, he really likes Japan.
Yeah,
You can see that in his movies.
It's funny. A story about that, about how his movies looking the same. Well, I work with a guy at the movie theater, and he doesn't know directors or anything. And I told him I saw The Shape of Water, and he told me, he's like, that movie really looks a lot like Hellboy. I was like, dang, that's impressive because it's the same director and everything. And so, I mean, even to people that don't really know the connection, they still think it looks similar, which is
and I think
true.
That because this movie was limited budget, I think he does better on limited budget because he doesn't have all this money to blow everywhere else.
Well, I think Pacific Rim, if you reference Pacific Rim.
Yeah, and Hellboy to an extent.
I don't know. Hellboy doesn't feel high budget at all.
It doesn't feel super high budget, but you can definitely see
maybe
where the money went.
I haven't seen Hellboy 2, and I've heard that one's better.
Yeah, I've just seen the first Hellboy.
But, yeah.
You want to give rates?
Yeah, we can. What was I going to say about Hellboy? Oh, Pacific Rim. I think that's where your point stands more, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one I was kind of talking about. Although I do remember liking Pacific Rim. I thought the visuals were awesome in Pacific Rim too, so I can't really fault him for it.
But like in that one, he really didn't care about character development, which is kind of a weak point to it. But this one, we can give our rates, and then I'll.
Who wants to go first?
Wiley.
Okay. I'm gonna give this movie a. I'm going. We'll go. I had a predetermined, but after thinking about it, I think I'm gonna go with a 4 stars. Just because it's a really, really good movie, and if I watch it again, it could go up to a 4.5 or even a 5. Just depending on how I feel about it the second viewing. But I just really enjoyed it. It's not really my style of movie, so for me to give a movie like a love story movie a 4 is really good, just because of how unique it was.
That's fair. So Wiley gives 4 stars to the future Best Picture winning movie of 2017. All right, Richie, you can go.
A hard movie to rate. I'll say 4.5. I feel like I give a lot of things 4.5.
Yeah. It's almost perfect, but it's just shy of it.
So, what would you take between...
I don't really think that there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's just that the ceiling isn't, like, extremely high.
Well, 4.5 is pretty high.
Yeah.
But I think that's... I don't know. Maybe I disagree with that, but... Richie, Blake, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm going to a 4.5 also. I think it's just really great. I didn't give it a 5 because there were a couple problems I had, and I can't remember exactly what I had. Oh yeah, the main problem was kind of just the heist thing, and how, I don't know, it just kind of felt unbelievable, and like the movie in the movie as a whole feels very believable, except for those few moments in the middle of the story where they're getting him out. So that's what really kind of just knocked it down a bit. But outside of that, it's a really great movie.
I think maybe I have different problems. I never have a problem with any of the movie per se, but I think the build-up to the moments aren't as good as the second half. And I think it's not an insult to the movie. I think it's more of how much better I like the second half post heist. And because most movies would end with the heist and then they're in love, you know what I mean? Like most romance or something or whatever, any movie. But this one, it's like, to me, it's like the movie takes off after the climactic heist ending. You know what I mean? Where they're actually like building their connection.
Yeah.
And Michael Shannon's like really showing how bad he is as a villain, or good he is as a bad villain.
So what's your rate?
My mic went out right when I was getting my rating. So my rating is gonna be also 4.5. But I will say, this would have. I'm almost positive this would be in my top 5 of the year if we had done our list. If I got to see this, I really like this movie, man. And the more I think about it, the more I like it. Especially the second half. I can't give enough credit to it.
Yeah, it would definitely be in my top 10.
Yeah, I'd hope so. But
It'd probably be in my top 10 as well.
so what would you pick, this or Cars 3? You gave them the same rating.
This one.
Okay, Wiley. Whatever you say.
What?
No, what was I gonna say? I wouldn't like this movie's so good. I won't be mad when this wins Best Picture because I think it's gonna win.
Do you?
I mean, usually the person that wins the movie that wins the PGA World Award wins the Best Picture.
That's true.
But even though last year La La Land won and then Moonlight won.
Well, La La Land won for like 5 minutes, so
Yeah, so it got really close. So, I mean, would you guys be happy if this was voted the best movie of the year?
Yeah.
no. Wait. What did you say? Would we be happy or not happy?
Happy. Would you?
I'd be happy. Yeah, I'd be happy. That's fine.
Okay, that's good.
Go with me.
Because there's some movies where it's like, this shouldn't even be close. I mean, it should be Blade Runner 2049, no contest. But
Yeah,
I
I don't
agree.
think 3 Billboards should be.
that's that was the favorite. That's the favorite for a
Yeah, I
while.
know. Yeah.
I don't know. I would be happy with that. I think this one is better than that, though.
I don't know. I just like. I kind of don't. I kind of hope Lady Bird doesn't win. Just because it's just kind of like it's kind of generic. The more I think about it, the more generic it seems.
I mean, I really want you to watch Call Me by Your Name because I think that's a better version. It's not like Lady Bird, but it's kind of coming of age. I think it's way better than not way better, but I think it's better than Lady Bird.
Yeah,
I think
didn't
there's
watch
more
that.
emotional than Lady Bird is.
I'll have to check it out.
Well, you better hurry before we lose it in Arkansas theaters in like 1 week.
It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be like tomorrow probably.
Well, I mean, Malco keeps their times until Thursday, so
Was there a lot of
Until
people in the
Thursday.
theater?
there was like 15.
15
That was-
people.
Yeah,
That's not a lot at all.
I mean, I was surprised there was that much on a Sunday
Everything,
night.
literally everything was. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. You went on Sunday.
Yeah,
That's true.
I don't know how it was on Saturday.
We are in Arkansas, so it wouldn't surprise me if it just bombed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already made its money back nationally, so
That's something that I'm happy that The Shape of Water is going to do too, is because since he kept it in a reasonable budget, it's
Yeah.
going to make its money back.
yeah. And the Oscar buzz it's getting this probably only helps.
Yeah. Isn't he doing Pacific Rim 2 also, like in a couple years?
No, he's not directing Pacific Rim 2, and that's coming out this year.
Wait, is it coming out this year?
I'm
Oh,
almost positive it is.
who's directing
Yeah,
it?
because we've already got a trailer.
Yeah, I remember the trailer.
Let me check.
Who's directing it though?
I'm checking. Remember John Boyega's in this one. So
Yeah, I remember.
he's like Idris Elba's son or something. The director is Stephen DeKnight. He did actually this is his first movie. I think he did the Daredevil series season 1.
Oh, the series?
Yeah, and he's a TV guy.
Well, it'll be interesting. I still just wish that Del Toro had a chance for Hellboy 3.
Yeah, see, the thing is, what you were talking about budget, he couldn't get money for his Hellboy 3,
Yeah.
which is kind of sad.
Well, Hellboy 2 probably didn't do that well at the box office, I'm guessing.
It didn't, but most people say it's better than the first one. I still haven't seen it, but
Yeah, I haven't either. It's on HBO.
oh, is it? I guess
Yeah.
good.
So I gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch it later.
So, I'm glad we all liked it, because I was questioning whether you guys would buy this love story, especially Richie, since how cynical he is about Oscar movies.
He's liked a lot of the Oscar movies, though. I think that's just all like mouth.
Yeah, Richie always says, "Oh, Oscar movies, it sounds awful. Everything's pretentious."
True.
But
That's
then you
why I
actually
wasn't-
end up
no,
liking
but-
all of them.
No, but okay, that's because most of them have a lazy or boring concept.
Like what?
Like
Name some.
Darkest Hour. Oh my gosh.
Have you seen
Okay, Darkest
Hour?
Hour wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Though.
No.
You watch Darkest Hour?
That's everything I hate about Oscar movies.
But didn't you like Darkest Hour though?
Well, no. To be fair, the performance was made up for
Gary
some of
Oldman
the boring
definitely won the
parts.
Oscar.
Yeah, no. The performance was really good, but everything around it, everything else about the movie, I didn't like at all.
It's like the perfect movie to go right along with Dunkirk, though.
I don't need that movie. Dunkirk is good for all the opposite reasons.
It's great on its own, yeah, but it's just like another. It's just a good movie to add to it.
Yeah.
Give
you
you the
if you
political
like
side.
history that much,
Wait, didn't you like The Post though? The Post, the exact same thing.
I kind of like The Post. Yeah.
Like political movies and newsroom movies are definitely Oscar bait.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, first of all, Darkest Hour isn't going to get nominated, so it's not really an Oscar movie.
Outside of anything from Best Actor, it probably shouldn't.
Best Actor.
Gary
Yeah.
Oldman.
I need to watch it still. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to, just because of him.
Yeah, he's
And
great.
I have the poster.
That's basically the only reason to watch it.
Okay.
Unless you like
Well,
history, because it's also pretty good.
Yeah. Well, Wiley wants to go to sleep.
Our what?
You just said you wanted to go to sleep.
Our official Dumb People versus Movies rate for The Shape of Water is a 4.5 or a 4.375 rounded up to 4.5, which I think is a really good rate. I think that's fair. I think that gives it the justice it deserves.
Okay, but Wiley, real quick before we end this podcast, since we're not going to review it, what do you think of The Greatest Showman? Because that's a hit. It's like a huge movie right now.
I thought the soundtrack was a 3.5 to a 4 out of 5. But the movie itself was probably about a 2, if not by 1.5. Just because the movie itself was absolute garbage. Like the concept, like they had like 3 different love stories going on. It felt like, and like it didn't make any sense to me, and it shouldn't have been the way it was. The soundtrack was okay. I gave it a 3. I gave it a 3 star. Just maybe even down. I might lower that even like a 2.5. But
Isn't it based on a true story?
yeah.
So maybe he was just in love with 3 women at the same time.
No, it was 3 different couples.
Wait, what do you mean?
No, well, there was, let's see. There
How
was
is that a
Zac
love
Efron-
triangle if there's 3 couples?
Zac Efron and Zendaya.
And then there's a separate love triangle,
And then there's a separate love triangle, yeah.
kind of. It's not really. I mean, you can predict it,
But
but
is the music good?
the music is okay.
The music is good.
There's like one good song.
There's like 2, maybe 3 good songs.
Well, people
Yeah.
are saying that one of the songs is going to beat out Coco's "Remember Me," so it better be damn good.
No,
It's not.
it's
There's
sad.
nothing that good. Even I can admit that as a Coco hater. No, I'm kidding.
like
It's true,
honestly,
you are Coco.
I can sing. I can think of like 3 or 4 songs from Coco right now. I couldn't sing any from The Greatest Showman off the top of my head.
Well,
What's the one that
to be
people
fair,
like a lot?
There's that first song. There's 2 songs. There's one that Zac Efron and Zendaya sing. That's a good scene, like visual wise, like what they're doing and stuff. It's fun to watch,
That was all practical. Did you know that?
like them swinging and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's probably stunt actors, but yeah, it was good. See,
But
there's set pieces in this movie that are fun to watch. It's like there's some entertaining parts, but the story is absolute garbage.
Yeah.
Like none of the conflict feels like conflict at all.
Mm-hmm.
P.T. Barnum, in real life was really like a super unlikable guy, and they try to show that a little bit, but
Yeah,
it's Hugh Jackman, so they can only do that to some degree.
Have you watched Chappie yet, Danny?
Nah, that was random. No.
No, well, it's because Hugh Jackman's in it too, and he's the
Oh, I
villain,
know.
and he's actually a very unlikable person in that movie. It's probably just also the way he looks. He has a molt in the movie.
Well, I just want to talk about Greatest Showman real quick because production budget was around $80 million, and worldwide it's already made $231 million, and it keeps selling out on our movie theater. It's freaking annoying because it's so bad, and people still come and watch it. And we're gonna lose like Call Me by Your Name next week.
Hey, you know what movie you should watch? The Greatest Showman. It's the best movie this year.
Oh
I do
my
need to
God.
go watch it though. Brady said it was good. He said it was
Yeah.
really good. So
Well, to be fair, Brady and his girlfriend Kayla said they loved Greatest Showman, but didn't like Dunkirk. So
Well,
that's
Brady
true.
and his
And
girlfriend.
plus, he doesn't like Star Wars, so you can't trust him.
Ah.
Or Lord of the Rings. Actually, he likes Lord of the Rings.
he likes Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he's a big
But,
Lord
okay.
of the Rings.
I just want to talk about Greatest Showman real quick. And if we're on a down week, have we reviewed Jumanji?
No.
We didn't.
I think Wiley's the only one that's seen it.
I saw it.
Oh,
We should review that at some point. But okay.
It was good.
it was during you guys being gone.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so
Wiley's
much.
already like falling asleep. He's in bed.
I am. I've
So-
got in bed. I'm still.
All
All
right.
This guy's turning the light off.
So this was a good podcast. Shape of Water, future Best Picture winner probably.
Fingers crossed.
And next week we might talk about the Oscar nominations. Who knows? Maybe watch
we
the
might
movie.
touch on them, and then we'll do our Oscar predictions before the Oscars.
Phantom Thread. What movie comes out? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, nothing. Wait, there is one movie that comes out this week. I can't remember what it is though. Wait, it's like The Maze. It's the third Maze movie or something comes out this week. Your
Maze
mic's
Runner?
on mute. I'll mute again, Dave. Yeah, this is the third Maze Runner movie.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to subscribe to us on YouTube, that'd be awesome. We haven't posted in a while, but we're going to start posting really soon. We've just all been super busy, so we've been doing it on the podcast over Skype. But we will start in person soon, hopefully. Also, we have pretty much any social media you can think of: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So look us up on those. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a good night.